Hi, I'm Dillon Casey. Welcome to my bedroom. You're watching TV After Dark. Yeah, I would totally play a vampire again. I don't know if there's some people that know that I was a vampire in another MTV series called Valemont. It wasn't. It was more of a good guy, I guess, than Noah. Noah's a bit of a not a bit of a creep. He's a total creepy bad guy, whatever. But no, I think it'd be cool to play a vampire. Yeah, I got no problem with it. It's kind of the. Is it still the hot thing right now to be a vampire, or I guess it's zombies? There's a different. I mean, again, like when you're, I've done a lot of guest stars, and when you're doing that, there's such a pressure there because it's literally like you audition, and then like for Vampire Diaries, for example, like I auditioned that morning, and then I was in Atlanta that night, and then the next day I was on set, and because it just goes like that, it's so fast moving, and you show up on set, and it's like you're just the first guy. It's like you're walking into a club, right? And you feel. I mean, at least I feel like everybody's kind of looking at me thinking, this guy better be good. You know, who's the guy who got this? You know, you feel like you have to show them something amazing to show them why you got cast. Your Vampire Diaries, that was a well-oiled machine. I mean, luckily I know Nina Dobrev. We've worked together before in the past. So that was, it's nice to have a familiar face there. But, you got all these producers and everybody kind of looking at you, and there's, millions of dollars on the line, and you put all that pressure on yourself. When you're a series regular, I mean, I put that pressure on myself at the beginning, but that slowly starts to go away. The danger is that you don't want to get complacent. You can get so comfortable in a character that you become boring and kind of just like, yeah, I know my lines, I'll say them, and I'll go home. So you want to make sure that you kind of there's a nice edge that's brought to you when you're under that pressure of being a guest star that can make you do great things. So you kind of want to keep that edge when you're a regular, but you can also, I think, you develop more confidence to kind of not put yourself under any sort of like negative pressure, I guess. That's a way of describing it. Jeremy, to answer your question about Nina Dobrev, working with her again, it was kind of annoying because when we did Too Young to Marry, we were kind of at the same level, and now she's like this huge star. So that I was kind of pissed off that she kind of made it before I did. So that was a pain in the ass. But other than that, she was very nice. No, I'm just kidding. It was great working with Nina. She's so down to earth, such a great person, and it was actually incredible seeing her. Because like when the minute she set foot in this business, she's like skyrocketed with success, and she deserves every bit of it. And it was really comforting seeing her and working with her again. And yeah, I wish her all the best. I wish they didn't give Shia LaBeouf that young Indiana Jones part, because that should have been me. I should be Indiana Jones, guys. I'm just gonna say that. No, that would have been my dream role, something like that. I love those type of guys, those kind of like the original the original diehards. I love these guys who are these heroes, but they also kind of just like, ugh, I don't want to do this shit. There's something cool about that. Everybody nowadays in movies is like a superhero, even with like if it's not like a direct superhero, like something from X-Men or whatever. Even like the new Die Hard, John McClane was like a superhero, and he's older than he's ever been. So he should, if anything, be walking around like sore and achy and shitty. And I don't know, I kind of like those like kind of flawed heroes that are saving the day, but they don't really want it. They'd rather be doing something else. I have a big crush on Jennifer Lawrence right now, for sure. My fashion sense is, I mean, I just only recently started to have confidence in my fashion sense. Before, I would just wear jeans and a t-shirt, kind of like what I'm wearing now. If it was up to me, I'd be wearing like sweatpants and like, I don't know, like an old crappy shirt all the time, or with like sauce on it or something. But I've sort of now, like, I've just like, I like things that kind of I like things that stand out a little bit but aren't obnoxious, like the Ed Hardy type stuff. You don't want to stand out too much. But I like, basically just go for comfort with maybe a little bit of as my sister calls it, you want to sometimes wear stuff that makes a statement, I guess. Like I got these awesome sunglasses. Check these out. Come on, those are pretty cool. My fashion sense is, I changes all the time. I just wear, I don't know. I go for comfort mostly, but I also don't mind look. It's never, I have a theory that it's never, you can never be too dressed up. So if you want to wear a suit, wear the suit, I think. First acting role, I played the sheep in Joseph. Yeah, I played the sheep in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat in grade 4, and I was killed like instantly. My first, that was in the school play. My first acting role that really gave me the bug and really kind of made me want to do this in one way or another was I played the genie in Aladdin in grade 8. I was the genie, and that was a lot of fun. Like I don't think I've had as much fun acting since that day, because it was all so new to me at the time, and I didn't have any expectations, and it was just like, I'm gonna go out there and show my parents that I'm a funny, cool guy. Favorite book is Shogun by James Clavell. My favorite song is a song called Leave This Town by a band called Make Your Exit. And my favorite holiday destination is, I went to Jamaica a couple years ago and had a really good time there, so I'd say Jamaica. I definitely watch myself. I think that most actors watch themselves, and anybody who says that they don't is probably lying, except for maybe Johnny Depp. So I think that there's phases to it. There's like the first time you watch yourself, you're just watching to make sure that, you know, just like, holy, this actually exists. And then you might watch it again to improve upon, you know, to try to find things that you're doing that you might want to, like technical things that you're doing that you might want to fix as you go forward. And then anytime after that, you're just a narcissist and you love seeing yourself on television. So I watch myself like 6 or 7 times, and then I'm done with it for at least a couple weeks. Being Erica was, out of those, I'd say Being Erica was my favorite, because my character had an arc, and, you know, I was around for a long time, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, again, I was in Toronto. I was, you know, working with a lot of great people. The most interesting guest star role out of those would be Torchwood, for sure. I don't know if you know about... Torchwood was the most interesting experience that I've had as a guest star, I'd say. Because it's hard enough to be a guest star when you show up on the day and everybody's kind of a cast already and they're looking at you thinking, who's the new guy? But to be a guest star and then, you know, on day one do what that character did was a challenge. And it was a good experience overall, for sure, though. I'm interested in martial arts. Martial arts is always one of these things, though, that you see it on TV and it just looks so cool, but you don't realize how hard it is to get as good as those guys. Something that I looked for as soon as I got out to LA. I found this place called White Tiger Kung Fu out in Westwood, and it's a great community, and it's somewhere I've been studying for the last couple of years. For some reason, on my Wikipedia page, it got out that I had a black belt in martial arts, but I don't have one at all. In fact, if my teachers were to see that, they'd laugh in my face and probably punish me for not, you know, for being up there, even though it wasn't my fault. I didn't put it up there. I'm really just focused on Nikita right now. We have a few more episodes left. It's a pretty tight schedule. And then, you know, looking for the right role for the summer. But again, I don't even know what the turnaround would be for a new season. So it's kind of tough to plan anything right now. I'm kind of trying to enjoy the moment and not think of what's next. My brothers and I, again, on the website, caseybrothers.ca, we have a web series that we have running up there called How to Write a Screenplay. You should check that out. And a web series that I've been doing, I don't know if you've seen it, Romancia, but Living in LA with Dillon Casey. You should check that out. I'm always doing new episodes of that. And this is something that I just noticed I wanted to show you. You can see this poster in the background, but this See this poster? This is Captain Coulier. That's a short film that my brother made. That's my older brother in the middle there, played Captain Coulier. This short film, maybe you can think, I don't know if you think he looks like me, but that's him with the light right on his face. Connor, it's Rachel Petrie and Cody Gear beside him. Anyway, that's a short film that we made. And that was in Sundance a while ago, in 2009, I think. So we're trying to make a feature script out of that, along with some other things. So like a chaos of us not knowing who did what job. So we would just kind of fight a lot, and then for some reason, it's like something would get puked up eventually, but we didn't really know how it was made. So we have developed a bit more of a process now. My brothers Connor and Lyndon, they're writing. They've written for a few television shows in Canada, so they're more on the writing side, writing and directing. I will take what they write and add some notes or add some jokes. Our best is always done when all three of us are in the same room having a good time rather than fighting. Sure, my brothers Connor and Lyndon wrote on a show called Winging It. A Family Channel show called Winging It, and then another show called Really Me. And yeah, they're sort of they're the professional writers. I write as well, but not as much as they do, and I'd say that they act as well, but maybe not as much as I do. So we kind of all interchange with each other, but I guess gear towards more specific roles, which kind of helps us kind of decide who does what. I love doing TV. I love doing TV and film. It's a lot of fun. The only problem with it is that it gets a little technical sometimes. You could be doing a really great fun scene, but the bottom line is that you got to shoot it 12 times from different angles. So you got to find a way to keep it fresh and still have fun with it all the time. Getting up on stage though, and it is fresh and new every time, just because that's just the nature of the game. I love that feeling of kind of jumping without a net. So I'd say that the most fun that I have is I love doing improv, like Second City improv type stuff. Has always been a lot of fun to do, just because it's so scary and such a rush when it works. But at the same time, it sucks so bad when it doesn't work.